The more we see contemporary Europe, the more we have grounds for deep concern. There's mass demonstrations in Britain against illegal immigration and crime. There's a perception that immigrants, many of them in Britain illegally, are not treated severely as they should be according to the law. In Germany, there is massive defections in support for illegal immigration. I think the German Chancellor, Friedrich Merz's subtext was, we can't afford to subsidize 15% of our population who came here for the most part illegally and on entitlements. We have the same type of unrest appearing in the Netherlands and to a lesser degree in France. Unfortunately, illegal immigration and unsecured borders are not Europe's only problem. Europe has to return to common sense energy policies, use their natural gas, oil to the extent they have it, build nuclear plants, be competitive on the world market. They need to secure their borders. They need to have legal-only immigration, prune back the socialist state.
So it seems the world is finally waking up and realizing that this mass migration is probably not the greatest of ideas, especially when folks that are immigrating to these countries aren't assimilating to the cultures that are already there. Probably ain't a good thing. And I don't know if you guys heard, but there were mass protests across this planet. Here's just a few of them. So you see that there. We got Ireland, Germany, France, Poland, Britain, Australia, Spain, Austria, all protesting the immigration, illegal immigration in some cases, into their countries. I mean, it is absolutely wild. You had Scotland protesting as well. Okay. You had protests all over the place. But finally, somebody's standing up and pushing back.
We will stop immigration. We will close the borders and send the people back, first of all.
Is that legal migrants as well, or is that just asylum seekers?
First of all, we close the borders. The borders must be controlled again. And then we can maybe talk about real migration concern, if we compare with the Canadian system or the Australian system, I don't know. But right now, first thing is we must stop this mass immigration we have each day, each month, each year. We have to stop that. And then we have to send people back cannot being here, not allowed anymore. Even in my borough, 800 illegal people, they have to leave the country, are still here. And we spend here in my borough a amount of more than 10 million euros just for them. It's just in my little borough here. So that's the first thing. Of course, I think you ask about the EEC or the EU. I think the greater number of members in my party think we should try to really reform this EU. And if this will fail to make a reform in this EEC or EU, we have to leave and to start a new project simultaneously with nations of same thinking and acting, like Austria, like Netherlands, like Denmark.
Sounds like you want to get rid of any currency union with France.
Yeah, so you have people finally saying enough is enough. I think after they saw what happened here in America with Uncle Trump, right? Then they woke up and realized, yeah, this probably ain't a good idea, importing anybody and everybody into our country.
The city of Birmingham will not tolerate the disrespect of our Prophet, peace be upon him, and there will be outcomes from your actions. You will have repercussions for your actions. We have been trained from birth that we must defend the honor of our Prophet, and we will lay our life on the line.
Okay, the other argument is, so if you don't like it here, go to your own country.
But why would we do that when our forefathers were instrumental in rebuilding this country after World War II? It was our grandfathers who worked in the factories 20 hours. It was our grandfathers who came here and run the infrastructure. It was our grandfathers who bought you the lovely curry, which is your national dish. So how can you tell us to go? We're not going nowhere. We are here to stay. Like I say, we're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. Yeah. Quite interesting.
Stockholm is less than 1 million, right? And in Stockholm, if you have 10% Muslim, I was in the city of Malmö. Malmö, it's spelled with an O, but it's pronounced Malmö. And they said that if the Swedish population maintains its negative and the Muslim population maintains, Muslims have, mashallah, the average of what, 5, 6, 7 kids, right? The average, mashallah, that's for secret weapon, I say. That the prediction is, this is the halal secret weapon, guys, huh? So nobody take the video and miss it. Halal secret weapon. It's not our fault we have more kids, guys. You want to do whatever you want to do. It's all halal, alhamdulillah. So if the projection continues, I was told by one of the local counselors there that within 1 generation, it is very likely that this city will almost be half Muslim. Because this city is just not there. The locals are not reproducing. It's not our fault. I mean, it's not, I don't know why they're getting irritated at us. It's not our fault we're having kids, right?
So Sweden will be half Muslim. Pretty wild stuff, man. Pretty wild stuff. And you know, some of these immigrants here in America were chanting this. You guys remember this clip? Pretty wild stuff, right? But us Americans, we were just supposed to sit back and allow it to happen the whole time. But there was something interesting that happened. I believe this clip was, it's at least a year old. At least a year old. I remember seeing this clip. Actually, I know it's over a year old. It says the year right there on the video. But I want you guys to listen to what this brother had to say. Check it out.
And let me say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision-making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance. And let me say this in English so you can...
So you heard it. But there's more. There's more. I want y'all to check out this clip too.
No, you are in a crisis. You went to the Muslim countries and you imported the garbage that the Muslim countries wanted to put in prison or isolate away from society. You went and you imported them. Why? For cheap labor. But these Islamist extremists, they don't want to work. They want free welfare. They want to marry French women, blonde hair, blue eyes. They don't have time to work. So look at Poland. They don't complain from Islamic extremism, not a single terrorist attack in Poland. The moment they sense there's a problem, they crack down on it. Polish policy, beautiful. The French, no, come. When they come, they use the resources. They go to Washington, D.C., and they sit in Congress. They support the Iranian regime. They go against the sanctions in Congress, right, with their hijab. Why? Because the ideology is filth to begin with. When you import that, or you allow it in, or you amplify it, or you glorify it in any way, you make your bed, sleep in it.
Hey, those are his words, not mine. Not mine. But there's more where that came from.
It's there. Right now, when I remember Harvard University, I remember protest where Jewish students get persecuted, be swore at, be insulted. It's a place, as much as I see from the images recently, for riots, for people insulting each other, for teachers get attacked for having a different perspective or opinion. people fighting, people with masks covering their faces with flags of terrorists, Hamas, Hezbollah, and all this. So they turned the place of education and knowledge to a war zone. When that happens, your civilization is either going down or it's breaking, and it's breaking under your observation. You're allowing it to happen. You can put rules and regulation, deport those Islamists. Do not let them harm your children. Do not let them harm your society, your community. Do not let them be the people who wake up on the 8th of October, for example, and tell you to boycott Challah, attack a Jewish restaurant just for being a Jew. And they justify it and they allow it. Don't be. This is your country. This is your civilization. Teach there.
You heard that yourself. You heard that yourself. But there's another piece of this interview that I want to play for y'all. And it's quite interesting. Take a listen.
You cannot be Muslim more than me. You will not be more Arab than I. So why is it that I banned the Muslim Brotherhood and you haven't? Why is it the fact that Islamic Relief is banned in UAE and it's banned in Mecca, but is allowed in Paris and in London? So it's, yeah, there's a lot of questions to be asked.
Yeah, I think there's many.
Profound statement. You'll never be more Muslim than me. And if that's the case, why have I banned these things and you haven't? It's profound, man. It's profound. And I know the left is going to say, oh, you're for this, you're for that. I wasn't even the one that said it. He said it. And even if I were to be the one that said it, right, that doesn't mean that I hate any specific group of individuals, because that's always what the left does to try to silence you. Oh, you're a phobe this, or you're a phobe that, and you're a racist this and racist that. It's just a tactic to silence you so you don't question anything, so you don't speak out against anything that you disagree with, right? That's all that is. But, I mean, listen, this immigration stuff has gotten crazy. I want you guys to read this. Sweden has experienced a dramatic increase in hand grenade attacks and bombings, primarily linked to gang violence. Hold on, let me put myself back on the screen. And extortion rackets, with numbers rising from very few incidents in the early 2010s to 116 recorded detonations in 2016 and even higher in subsequent years. These attacks have targeted private residents, public buildings and businesses, causing injuries and deaths, prompting concern about the escalating violence. Some of these asylum seekers are throwing grenades at folks in a country like Sweden. Grenades. That is absolutely wild. There's another clip here of a guy. I'm not going to play it for obvious reasons, but this brother right here.
Before Kawam pulls out a large.
Yeah, we're going to pause that there. For obvious reason, because, you know, he takes that knife and completely eviscerates this innocent Canadian man's throat. Yeah, that's an immigrant. Asylum seeker, as they like to call it. I mean, eviscerated that man's throat. And it's on video. Like, the video shows it. It's not hard to find. But for obvious reasons, I'm not going to play it here. I'm not going to play this man, you know. Yeah. Anyway. It's good to see the world waking up, though. Just immigrants, bro. Like, legal immigration is fine. But the mass immigration, it's just gotten ridiculous. I'm happy that we got Uncle Trump in office and we closed our borders. And it's great to see the rest of the world waking up finally as well. But y'all get in the comments, let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Have you seen the mass protests all over the planet? Y'all let me know. Or did you just find out in this video? Talk to me. Peace and love. I'm out.